Hello, everyone, and welcome to the NatureCity podcast. I'm your host, Pradelli, and I'm also the CEO and co-founder, having started the company over 20 years ago with my wife, Beth. And since then, it's been our privilege to serve over 500,000 Americans by offering them the best supplements we can make. Today, we're going to be talking about the fiber that helps you stay regular without the unwanted effects of some fiber supplements, like bloating, excess gas, cramping, those types of things. So if you look at fiber as a nutrient, it's something that almost everyone struggles to consume enough of daily. And when I say almost everyone, only about 5% of adults are estimated to reach the target levels of fiber intake daily, which for women is roughly 25 to 30 grams of fiber. For men, it's kind of 35 to 38 grams. The reason men being higher is we just weigh more and we have a higher calorie requirement. So I kind of tallied up my own kind of fiber intake just out of curiosity to see where I'm at. And, my fiber comes from basically about 4 servings a day of berries. I eat a lot of berries. About 3 to 4 servings of vegetables that provide a decent amount of fiber. And then probably about 2 servings of nuts, walnuts, almonds. If we have cashews, I have some of those too. So that gets me to roughly 28 grams, maybe 30 grams of fiber, which is pretty good relative to my peers, because I was reading most men get about 15 grams to 20 grams of fiber a day, adult men. But again, I'm still falling short of the goal, right, which is 35 to 38 grams. So, for me, like for most of us, taking a fiber supplement makes sense to bridge that gap. Now, of course, fiber is known for supporting heart health, but we, in addition to heart health, there's some very important digestive aspects of fiber as a nutrient, right? So one of them, of course, is helping you stay regular and helping you maintain healthy bowel movements, right? And then fiber also functions as a prebiotic, helping to promote, a healthy gut and promote the probiotic bacteria in your intestines. So the challenge many have with fiber supplements, as I mentioned, is they come with certain unwanted effects, right? Namely gas, bloating, cramping, or just general gastrointestinal discomfort. So even if these fiber supplements are helping you stay regular, it's just hard to sustain daily if they're not making you feel very good. So why do certain fiber supplements kind of have these unwanted effects? Well, there's 2 reasons. The first is when fiber reaches your intestines, it ferments. And when it ferments too fast, it produces a lot of excess gas, right? We like fermentation because it helps promote really the prebiotic effect that you get with fiber. But if it ferments too fast, you end up with a lot of excess gas, and that causes, the bloating, the unwanted effects, and, it can be embarrassing in certain situations, right? So on top of the fermenting effect, some cellular fibers also kind of absorb water, right? And they kind of gel, they expand and bulk up as they do this, right? And this can have some really good effects, helping you move waste through the system, or maybe even help you stay fuller longer or feel fuller longer. But this bulking effect also traps gas, right? So it can't easily get expelled or as easily get expelled from your body. And this trapping of the gas also causes the discomfort that you sometimes get with these fiber supplements. Again, you have the fermenting of fiber, which if it happens too fast, creates gas. And then you may have the trapping of the gas in your system, which again leads to some of these uncomfortable effects. So we've been using a particular fiber that gives you the best of both worlds. It supports intestinal regularity and healthy bowel movements. And for most people, does not cause the discomfort caused by excess gas and bloating. The brand name of this soluble fiber, is called Fibersol-2. And we use their non-GMO form from non-GMO corn, which is called Non-GMO Fibersol-2. Again, they're not the most creative name, but sometimes simple is good, right? Now, Fibersol-2 is in a class of fiber called resistant starch. Okay, so what does this mean? Well, as you may know, typically starch, like other simple carbs, are broken down by digestive enzymes, in the stomach and small intestine into glucose molecules. So if you think of, starch as a string of beads, right? These enzymes come along and act like a scissors and kind of cut the string until you're left with all these individual glucose molecules, which get absorbed into the bloodstream. And that's when the process of blood sugar metabolism happens, right? Your body secretes insulin to help get the glucose out of the bloodstream and hopefully into cells where it can be used for energy. Now, resistant starch is like Fibersol-2 is different because those bonds between the glucose molecules are actually a lot stronger. You can think of them as chains versus string, right? So digestive enzymes can't easily break apart these bonds. So basically what happens is fiber, like Fibersol-2, it's not digested, right? It goes through the stomach and the small intestine largely intact and then reaches the large intestine. Now here's one of the key features that makes Fibersol-2 unique. Once it gets to the large intestine, it's fermented very slowly. Emphasis on the word slowly. Again, we like fermentation because it results in the production of short-chain fatty acids, which really is how how the prebiotic effect of fiber works. You get these short-chain fatty acids. They kind of act as food for good, friendly probiotic bacteria, and it leads to a much healthier gut environment. But a byproduct of this process is gas creation, as we kind of talked about earlier. Now, the fact that Fibersol-2 gets fermented much, much more slowly than some of these other fibers means the gas production is a lot more smoother, that your body can deal with a lot more easily than when it's created too quickly or too fast, right? And that's essentially why Fibersol-2 is tolerated much better than some of the other fiber options you see in supplements. It also really doesn't have much of a gelling effect, so the gas doesn't get trapped in there either, right? So you may be thinking, okay, that sounds great, not going to have bloating, not going to have gas, but will Fibersol-2 help me stay regular? Well, the short answer is yes. Fibersol-2 has been the subject of about over 100, I believe is the number, published scientific studies, research papers, illustrating many of the benefits that you would hope to get with dietary fiber intake. And a lot of these have to do with maintaining healthy regularity or maybe even helping with occasional constipation, right? And so what's nice is not only can Fibersol-2 help you maintain regularity or maybe improve your bowel movements, but it also has this secondary effect of, even if you're not struggling to maintain regularity, Fibersol-2 may increase the volume of waste you're eliminating. I know this sort of sounds maybe a little gross, but we got to talk about it. So essentially I'm talking about, more poop gets cleared from your intestines, which of course leads to better colon and intestinal health, right? And we, having a good colon health is a good enough benefit for us. But now that we know so much more about the interaction between gut health and other parts of our body, right? You've probably heard of the gut-brain axis or the gut-skin axis, or certainly know how a healthy gut plays an important part in immune system health, right? We now know there's a relation between gut health and cardiovascular health and blood sugar metabolism, right? So, the fact that you can keep your gut and your intestines even healthier by having more waste be excreted is generally considered a very good thing. So, that's why we kind of consider Fibersol-2 when taken as a supplement kind of a win-win, because Not only do you not have the unwanted effects of gas and bloating for most people, you also do get significant support with respect to maintaining regularity and healthy bowel movements. Generally, you want to take at least 5 grams of Fibersol-2 a day to get these benefits. You could take more. In fact, they did some work seeing up to what level Fibersol-2 is tolerable in terms of how much you could take in a day, before it starts, causing unwanted effects. And they found, I think it was up to 68 grams a day, which, is probably more than I could ever conceive anyone taking in a day. But just, again, illustrates that you generally, you could take a good amount of it a day without having gastrointestinal distress or any other kind of unwanted effects. As I mentioned, in the 100-plus studies that have been done with Fibersol-2, they also look at other benefits potentially that you might expect from dietary fiber. For example, if you take 5 grams of Fibersol-2 with a meal, it can help reduce the spike in blood sugar from that meal. So, you've heard of postprandial blood sugar readings. Well, that's what they mean. So basically, Fibersol-2 can help blunt that spike you get from, say, the carbs in your meal. In addition, taking 5 grams of Fibersol-2 daily has been shown to help you maintain healthy triglyceride levels, right? Triglycerides being a component of your cholesterol score. With Fibersol-2, 5 grams a day, it can help you maintain already healthy levels of triglycerides. So we think, that, Fibersol-2 really checks a lot of boxes for a supplement. When it comes to fiber, and I read a statistic recently that I think about 2/3 of Americans recognizing their shortfall in fiber intake are looking for fiber supplements or foods fortified with fiber to help them bridge the gap. And certainly we think Fibersol-2 is a great choice for that because of all the benefits without the unwanted effects. We include 5 grams of the non-GMO Fibersol-2 in each serving of our aloe cran drink mix. If you're not familiar with aloe cran, as the name suggests, in addition to the 5 grams of Fibersol-2, you get organic aloe vera and whole cranberry fruit extract. Again, those come with benefits, a lot of similar benefits too, helping support digestive health, helping support urinary tract health, and again, metabolic health, meaning supporting healthy cholesterol levels and supporting, healthy blood sugar metabolism. I love aloe cran because it covers, it's a sugar-free drink mix that basically covers a lot of different bases, and I also think you'll find it tastes pretty darn good. Like I said, you get the stomach and digestive health benefits and the cardiovascular health benefits, as well as helping you maintain regularity and healthy bowel movements. So if you want to know more about aloe cran, you can go to NatureCity.com, or it's also available if you like to shop on Amazon. You'll see aloe cran listed on Amazon too. So that's kind of it for this week's episode. Thank you so much for listening. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel to see future episodes. We're also available on your favorite streaming services, whether it be Spotify, Google Streaming, Apple Podcast, or some others too. So again, I'm Pradelli, and I will see you next week.